Hey guys, it's Emma here again at Kurious. I have a progress video for you. So if you watched my last video, you'll know I started a new project and it's a Frozen 2 inspired scarf. So I was really inspired from the colours from the movie. I really loved all the kind of autumny colours and all the purples and the blues and things like that. So I got a couple of balls of wool, some purple and blue, and thought I would give it a go, and I wanted to try a different stitch pattern again. I was considering going with the same one I used for the Jack Skellington inspired scarf, which is the double stockinette stitch. So it's the same on both sides and it's actually a bit thicker, but it's also narrower. But I wanted to try something different because I want to keep trying different things and learning new techniques. So I looked around for quite a while. There was a couple of things I was going to use. So after I'd done the new project video, I had a look around and I found one, and I'm doing the diagonal rib stitch. So if you've seen my Christmas scarves video, then you'll see I did the 2x2 rib stitch. There's also a 1x1 rib stitch. There's quite a few different types, but I've tried the 2x2 and it's just, lines straight down like you would expect. But this one is the diagonal, so it goes up the side. So I will show you what I've got so far. Ta-da! Here we go. So you can see here that it's a diagonal line instead of straight up and down. Now the I don't want to call it problem, but the slight learning curve I've run into is not with the stitch pattern but with the wool I bought. So this is like proper, well, half wool, whereas the blue is acrylic, and it's a lot thinner and softer. So you can see, whereas the purple here, the wool at the bottom, is this thick, it kind of curves in again when it goes to the blue, and then curves out again a bit when it goes to the purple, which could be an interesting design choice. We'll see what it looks like when it's finished, but in the future I will probably try my best to stick to the same type of wool, or whatever you want to call it, for each project that I'm doing. So it doesn't go in and out like that. But that's just a learning curve. As I say, this is basically my vlog to show you what I'm doing and tips and tricks I'm picking up along the way, and any stumbling blocks I come across. But yeah, so you can see here it's diagonal, and another reason I like this pattern and another reason I chose it is because it's the same on both sides. So it is a reversible pattern, so again it's good for changing colours and things like that. Now you can see the change, but again it's not really noticeable, but you can see just in there, you can see a couple of bits of blue there into the purple, and the same on the other side. There's some blue there. But again, it's not too bad. So I have been using also with this stitch pattern, words, my Christmas presents that I got. So I've been using my stitch row counter, which has been really handy with this one, because I'm still using the bit of paper to like mark off completed parts of the pattern. But basically the diagonal rib stitch, and I will leave a link below on how to do it, and I definitely suggest it because it is a good one, I really am enjoying it, is basically not, it's easy because it's just knits and purls. So as long as you know how to knit and you know how to purl, you'll be able to do it. It's a good beginner one, which is another reason I picked it. But it's an 8-row repeat. So it's not just the same thing every row, it's 8 separate rows. And then when you've done those 8 rows, then you go back up to the top and start at row 1 again for your row 9, basically. And just 8, 8, 8, just do it in chunks of 8. It's an 8-row repeat. So I will link a video that I found on YouTube that explains it much better than me, and I'll show you how to do it. But basically it means that I've been using this to count off my rows. So I'll get to the end of row 1, click it for 1 as you would, and when I get to 8, that I'll count that off as like a section, and I'll mark a 1 on my sheet, and I'm doing, again, like I do when I'm changing colours, a certain amount each time. So I'm doing like, say, 10 lots, and then changing it to the next colour, 10 lots of 8, change to the next colour, so on and so forth. So this is coming really handy, specifically for this pattern. So it keeps me on track of what I'm doing, where in the 8-row repeat I am at, and then mark that off, start again, put it to 0 and just start from the start. It is really good. And I've also finally started using my kind of pointers for my knitting needles, so I've got them all out of the packet and I've been using them on all my knitting needles that I have. There were, if you remember from my Christmas kind of knitting haul, there were 2 different colours, so there was green and there was pink. So the green ones are for the kind of thinner needles and the pink ones were actually bigger for thicker like wooden needles, and I had some thicker like plasticky needles as well, so I've stuck them on them, so it's really good, so it won't poke through anything or make a mess. And then also it's just an extra thing. I always put the ball of wool on the end to stop my knitting falling off if I'm like, you know, laying it down for the evening or something, but this is also just another thing to stop it kind of falling off the end and then you ruining your work and having to start all over again. Not great. So these are really handy. I really like them, and this is really handy and I really love it. So yeah, that is it so far. I'll be switching, I've just done my last row of 8, so I'll be switching to the blue again. So we will see how this goes. I will do a project complete video when I'm done, but let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're interested, share it with your friends, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye!